Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I'm running a little late. My AC decided to go out last night, and I live in Florida, and that is not okay. So instead, the guy was here, and he showed up like 5 minutes before, and so I was out there kind of like helping him out. So I apologize for that. But while I am getting everything kind of set up here to, talk, I would love to know because I also have to make pull it up in our Facebook group. But I would love to know how we're doing. Where are we streaming in from? If you're watching the replay, comment replay. Let me get this pulled up because it's going to start talking. There we go. Yes. And where are you guys located? Say hi so I know who's watching. All of that. We are getting ready for our big retreat that starts tomorrow. So this live is going to be very quick. Okay. Good morning, Martina. I'll see you tomorrow. So this live is going to be very quick because I am on the final end of everything. Hey, Paula. And last night I fell and cracked my tailbone on top of everything. So it's just been one heck of a week, but that's how retreats always are. So that's part of life. And so I'm going to kind of get going. And then Amanda and I need to start packing up the Jeep and going. But Amanda flew in last night. So I wanted her to come and say hi to everybody. So she is here too. So so she's here too. And I wanted her to be able to say hi while she's here. Hey Megan, thank you for saying hi on Instagram. This is great. Okay. So let's talk real estate systems. So a lot of people ask me like how do you bring it virtual, and it's all in your systems and your processes and everything like that, right? Like it's very very important that you have this down. Now, in the very beginning, don't stress over not having that down, right? Like don't stress over not having them. You will build as you go. It took me a couple of years to really perfect my system, and then I teach it to the students as well. And so into the, we have been promoting this PDF. So we do have the PDF here. I'm going to pull it up so that I kind of follow along. But once you get to a point where you've done a few deals and you really are starting to put your systems and your processes together, you really want to ask yourself, is this something I can do or not do? And to explain a little bit about like me and my qualification on teaching this, okay? So I am a virtual wholesaler and now virtual landlord. I have done everything completely virtual on the wholesaling side. That means I have not seen a single property. I have never toured a property. I've never met the seller, anything like that. So everything is done completely virtual. And this all relies heavily on your team, which we talked about last week. We gave you some starter points of the team and then your systems as well. And so I wanted to just say, like, that's super important to have this in place and to automate as much as you can, and delegation. Now, let's talk about how many hours I work a week on my real estate business. Okay. I work a max of 5 hours a week, and that's because I added rentals into my expertise in March. So I've added more, but up until that, I was about 2 to 3. And really, what I do now is I oversee the team. I answer questions throughout the day via Slack. And I get on really hard calls where they're having issues with negotiations with sellers or buyers. That's it. I've delegated everything out. And so I wanted to share a little bit about that because I was asked one time, Liz, you hear the saying, those that can't do teach. And I said, no, those are people that don't have the right automations and systems in place. So they need to come visit me. That's how I answered it because, I'm literally sitting there. I'm like, no, like you can have a whole full business. I mean, he's not the greatest example. Okay. But Trump, he is one of the biggest real estate tycoons right now. Do you think he's sitting there running his business day in and day out, cold calling people and doing all of these things? No. And he has an amazing business running, right? All of the big, big real estate people, they're not manually doing everything. So for you to say that people that don't do teach, and I'm going on this because I get asked this every once in a while, and I'm like, no, like, no, we teach you and streamline your process in the exact same way. I literally had a student once that said, "Oh, you actually do this yourself." Yeah, I do this for my business. Why would I teach you something I don't do myself, right? Like, and they were like, "Oh no, I just meant like, maybe you didn't want to share everything." No, I share everything with my students. I don't hold anything back. You can ask any of them. So, now that I did my off my soapbox, let's talk. So the biggest thing is, can this be delegated? Yes. Then, you know, then you want to give it out, you want to delegate it out. Is this something only you can do? Then you want to be there. Like, I am the visionary for the business. I am the one that set everything up, all of that. And so, um, for me, it's really, really important that I handle the things I need to handle. I will always meet with my team. I don't put someone else in charge of that. I will deal with the hard to sellers. I approve all contracts, things like that. That's me, right? Because that's my name on the line. It doesn't matter that my main acquisitions manager has been doing contracts forever. I still review every single one because mistakes can happen. And having two eyes, especially when it comes to a contract, is incredibly important. So let's talk about the high level organization and things like that, right? So you as the business owner are in charge of like creating systems, managing your team, finding new markets, thinking of new market ideas. I personally run all my numbers in the new markets and approving new deals, right? I approve everything. I approve all the numbers. I sit there and, run through the breakdowns of everything. And even like with the rentals, the agent that I work with, she's also our boots on the ground. The agent that I work with, honestly, she's been in the game a lot longer than me, and I still approved everything that ran through, right? Like everything that she broke down and ran through when she was doing that for me, I was like, well, yeah, but I'm going to still approve everything. And she didn't think twice about it either. Hold on, I got to move and it's a slow process. Okay. Um and so she didn't think twice either. And so, that's normal as the business owner. There are things you do. The pay goes through me, everything goes through me, right? So that's where my 5 hours a week go to. And then everything else, I coach and I create content for the students and things like that. Like, that's more important to me. And so the real estate just kind of funds everything. Now, eventually, you want an operations manager. This person is going to deal with like the day to day team, the people that work under them, all of that. So they can acquire properties, they can negotiate with sellers, they can put the property under contract, they can meet with sellers, they can manage the closing process. So they can do all of that. They can deal with all your leads, they can run your CRM, they can make offers on properties. I have 10 to 15 offers that go out a week. That's very normal in our business because not all get accepted. And so you can do compensation. So I have to say this, and I have to say this because I didn't say this once and someone got mad at me. You have to pay these people. Like, they're running your business, so you're not going to make a full 100% profit, but I'd rather make 50% profit and all these deals come through, right, than no profit at all because I don't have the time to do everything. That's how you scale. So you have to pay these people, ladies. And you have to pay them very well so they stay with you. And they also, your operations manager can talk with buyers. So you have these different things. So basically, you go like with our students, we break down all the areas of the business that you need to master within your time with us. And then you start delegating that out. So when you get to a point, I sit with students and I say, this goes here, this goes there, this goes here. And you can do that. And so I wanted to talk, that's very important. If you don't necessarily have to do it, just be the visionary for me. Okay. Can you imagine just being the visionary? And that's also how you can travel. That's how you can live your life, right? Like, most of the summer I'm going to be gone. And guess what I'm doing? I have my team running everything, but I'm still going to meet with them and I'm still going to do my day to day and I'm still going to show up for the things I have to show up for. And then my team can run the rest of the stuff, right? In the Facebook group, it's not just me running that. There's Amanda in there, right? There's other people in there that run the day to day stuff. And I show up for like this and the content and interaction with you guys. If it says Liz Klingseisen, I'm interacting with you. If it says Amanda REIW, that's Amanda. Okay. So you have all these different things. And this weekend, since I have so many students on my live right now, we are going through automation with you guys. We're sitting with you. You learn through it all in the training, but it's different when you're in person and you have like the queen of automation right here. So I'm going to help you guys through that entire process. And I'm super, super excited for this weekend. It's going to be a whole different ball game. We have a couple tickets left. If you guys want to come, I'll have Amanda post the link, but we have a couple tickets left. So you should come. Like, even the elite, we had people have to cancel for one reason or another. There's like a handful. It's less than a handful, but there's a few tickets left. If you want to go on the bus tour with us, we're going to meet with private lenders. We're going to meet with title companies. We're going to see live Airbnbs. We're seeing luxury properties. We're seeing regular properties. You get to sit with the coaches. There's mermaid burlesque show tomorrow night. I mean, there's a whole vibe going on. The networking hour is tomorrow. We had someone buy a ticket this week that has to fly in. Like, it's not too last minute if you want to show up. I have people from Seattle, California, everything. So we have a lot of exciting stuff going on. That's what we're going. But if you're not able to make it and you're interested in getting to know us, we have another webinar coming up next Wednesday. This we have not done any promos for because when I've had time, okay, to come up with it. It's a brand new webinar. That's why. So it's not like I can delegate this to the team. It's actually my own webinar where it's going to apply mindset to real estate and things like that, and tips and tools, and what do I do to set myself up for the entire day? How do I break things down? I'm still kind of coming up with it, so it's very last minute. So keep an eye out for that more on Monday, Tuesday timeframe. It's next Wednesday, but it's really like setting yourself up for success and building the business, and what did I do what I needed to do to get where I am, and things like that. And so it's very, very high level more, but it's good for beginners to kind of see where they can go very quickly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the raffle before I forget. This is our raffle this week. I have it actually at my house. So I always throw it when it gets actually shipped to my house. I throw in anyone that's gotten a raffle that was shipped from me. I always throw in extra stuff. So it's never just this. I always throw in things like gift cards, stickers, pens, cups, things like that. But this is the raffle this week. This is the Millionaire Mindset Journal and the dot. I actually have the dot. You're not gonna be able to see it because of my case on the back of my phone. It's a digital business card. And how you get to win this is you're in our Facebook group. You need to be in our Facebook group. If you're not, just search Real Estate Investing Women, the group, and you just comment the crap out of all the posts. You interact, you help out, and top interactions get entered into the weekly raffle. And so we do this every Thursday. You have 1 week to claim this raffle by next Thursday. We no longer honor this, and we'll save it for the next time. So what you have to do is just come in and comment and watch, but Amanda will give you the email. You'll email her. So our winner this time around is, pulling it up, Michelle Weaver. So congratulations, Michelle Weaver, on your winning. So I need to get off here and head over to prep for the rest of the stuff. And I'm moving a lot slower because I hurt myself. So it's just going to take time. But we are super, super excited to see you this weekend. 3 days of just pure amazingness. It's going to be a whole vibe. We have yoga on the beach. You do not have to have the elite ticket to do the yoga. That's for everybody. We have yoga on the beach, mermaid shows, mindset sessions, automation sessions, everything like that. I'm super, super excited, and I cannot wait to see you guys. And for the rest of you that are like, well, I can't make this one, we have another one in October. I think it's the early 20s, whatever weekend lands there. We have that one too that's going to. So mark your calendar so you're able to come, because you don't want to miss this. And you're going to see, we'll go live randomly throughout the weekend and everything, but you don't want to miss this. So I have to jump off here though. So I have to get going. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, but I didn't want to miss the live just because we're busy. Just had to make it shorter. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see a lot of you tomorrow and Saturday. And I'll see the rest of you next week. Bye, everybody.